Do you find yourself writing marketing copy to something like active females aged 35 to 50, married with 1.3 children, and wondering why your messaging feels generic and flat? Well, that demographic data might be accurate for your product, but it's almost impossible to write compelling copy to an average of thousands of people. When you can picture a real person, your messaging gets specific and much more persuasive because it actually sounds real and can connect with real people. Hello, I'm Brent Shiratori, and this is Ideal Marketing. From now until Christmas, I'm sharing daily tips on how to use AI to help with common marketing tasks. Consider it my AI advent calendar for you. Yesterday, I showed you how to analyze customer reviews to extract patterns and insights. Today, we're taking what you learned from that research and turning it into an actionable persona. Here's what we're covering today. First, why demographic profiles can sometimes actually make your marketing harder. Second, what an ideal customer persona actually looks like when it's useful. And third, a prompt you can use to create a detailed persona for your own business in only about 5 minutes. By the end of this video, you'll have a framework for creating a customer persona that makes your messaging more focused and your creative more authentic. Look, at the end of the day, we sell to individuals. A real person decides whether to buy your product or not. Your target audience doesn't make purchase decisions. Sarah from accounting does. But here's what happens. Your market research gives you data like females aged 35 to 50, married with an average of 1.3 children, who regularly exercises and buys takeout for 3 to 5 meals a week. Now, that may be an accurate demographic and psychographic profile of the average of numerous people, but it's not a real person. You can't picture someone with 1.3 children. You can't imagine what keeps her up at night or what she's thinking when she sees your ad. So when you sit down to write a headline or an email or a landing page, you're writing to a statistical composite. And statistical composites don't feel anything. You can't imagine them having fears or frustrations or goals that make them click. Now, let's talk about what actually works. A useful persona isn't a list of demographics. It's a portrait of a specific person that helps you understand their decision-making context. The prompt I'm going to share with you generates several key elements. First, what I call the movie scene. This is 2 sentences that describe where your ideal customer is when they need your product. It's cinematic because it helps you picture the exact situation. Second, the internal monologue. This is the raw, unfiltered thought in their head, the thing that they're actually thinking about but might not say out loud. Third, the villain. Not necessarily their competitor, it's their antagonist, the thing that they're against. Maybe it's spreadsheet chaos or endless approvals or version control nightmares. Fourth, verbatims. The actual phrases, slang, and acronyms they use in their context, the way they talk about their problems. When you have these elements, instead of trying to write it to a demographic, you can be inspired to write to a person you can actually picture. Here's the prompt you'll use. Personally, I think ChatGPT would probably work best for this, but Claude or Gemini or other tools would probably work too. The prompt has a few key sections. First, you define the role. You're telling the AI to act as an expert in sales and marketing strategy, consumer behavior, and qualitative persona development. Second, you provide your primary input. This is where you paste in your company overview document. If you followed along earlier in the series, you already have one. If not, go back to the video where I showed you how to create it. That document becomes a source of truth for what your company does, who you serve, and what problems you solve. Third, you set the objective. You want one ideal customer persona profile that will align marketing messaging, tactics, and creative execution. Fourth, the prompt includes non-negotiable rules. Things like don't lead with demographics, anchor everything in the company overview, be concrete and cinematic, not vague. Write something a creative team and sales team can use immediately. The output follows a specific framework. It starts with the movie scene. 2 sentences describing where they are and what's happening. Then the internal monologue, 1 sentence of their raw thought. Then the villain, a short named enemy plus 1 clarifying sentence. The verbatims, 3 to 5 phrases they would actually say. The prompt also asks for additional sections, things like what they've tried before and why it failed. their buying triggers, their decision filters, primary objections and how to reframe them, and messaging implications including headline ideas, proof points, and content angles. Check this video's description for a link to the full prompt. Copy it, paste in your company overview, and run it. Once you have your persona, here's how to use it. Before you write any copy, read the movie scene. Picture that person in that moment, then write to them. When you're stuck on a headline, look at that internal monologue. That raw thought is often your best starting point. When you're positioning against alternatives, reference the villain. That's what your customer is actually fighting. And when you're writing emails or ads, use the verbatims. Those phrases make your copy sound like someone who understands. Okay, here's a quick recap. Demographic profiles give you averages. Personas give you people. When you can picture a specific person in a specific moment, your messaging gets sharper. The prompt I shared generates a cinematic portrait of your ideal customer, complete with their thoughts, frustrations, and the words they actually use. Run it with your company overview and you'll have something your whole team can use. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to repurpose long-form content into short-form content. If you're creating blog posts or videos or podcasts and want to get more mileage out of that work, that one's for you. Remember, check the description for the full prompt and hit subscribe if you want to catch the rest of the AI Advent calendar. Now go build your persona and start writing to a real person. Remember, you don't need to buy more ads when you have better ideas.